Okay, so to begin a wreath, what you need is a clothes hanger like this, and then you just stretch it out to make it into a circle, just like, or as close to a circle as you can get. It doesn't need to be perfect. And you find the top, you take a little bit of floral wire, and then you simply wrap it around the top, kind of like so. And then wrap around your wire, just get it out of the way. And that's already wrapped down, so you're down to one end that is attached to your spool of wire, and you're good to go. We have white pine, we got some spruce, we got some red cedar, and that's it. Oh, and some white cedar right here. And so we're just going to go ahead and make a wreath here. We just used a wire clothes hanger, and we are using, here's the top of the clothes hanger. We just keep the loop because then you have something to hang it from. And then we just have a little bit of floral wire and a wire pruner, or wire cutter, and then an actual pruner itself, and some ribbon. And so I just took a bunch already and tied it to the top of the wreath. And so you basically just grab bunches at a time of additional greenery, foliage, and I do try to mix it up a bit, so then you have some interest, and then you just go ahead and put them on over about where you wrapped your last batch right here. So I got that on there, I had wrapped it, pull it nice and tight, and then you can go ahead and put your next bunch over the top, wrap it up nice and tightly, and you just proceed all the way around the entire wreath. So we've got some more of these. I'm just going to grab a little bit more white pine and a few extra. And then just wrap them and hold them as you wish, however you want to lay them. I do try to mix it up so as you're laying them down, you have some white pine here and then on the other side, just to keep it interesting. So here we go. Wrap it up. Make sure it's nice and tight, as we mentioned before. Can't be too careful with that, because otherwise you're going to have a real disaster on your hands. Some more. It's super easy. Practically any idiot off the street could do it. I could do it. So, yeah. That's why I have confidence in the rest of y'all. So you just get this and just prune off. Try to use some of the ends. You can use like bits that aren't the ends, where you have a little bit, where it's actually cut off, as long as you prune it down to the next area where there are some branches out. Here we go. For the next batch to go over. I don't want that end down there. Right? Okay, here we go.
How did you know what trees to grab this from?
Just basically as long as they're an evergreen, you know, as long as they're still green, or even if it's anything with interest to it. So even if it's red, you know, if it's dogwood or something like that, as long as there's interest, you can use it. So, you know, if I want this all green and lush looking, so I'm just going with all greens. If you wanted like a red wreath, you can just do, you know, red sticks, and that is totally chill. Really, whatever you want, make it your own. This is just my personal preference. Make sure it's nice and, you know, very generous with your greens, because this is your base. And you can pile on as many layers as you want, as long as you have your solid base. Yes. I'll put this right behind here. Yeah, here's my next one. It's something.
That much wire, there could be a tornado and the wreath would be the only thing standing. The house would be gone, but the wreath would still be together.
True story. Yeah, I don't want it to fall apart.
Uh-huh. Kind of looks like no one could ever make the same wreath because there's 1,000 decisions that need to be made on it. Like, you need to figure out how to arrange everything, or no?
Well, it's just, yeah, I guess every bit of, you know, each branch has its own personality. Yeah, but I guess it just try to optimize what you got, right? Moving on. Okay. So, fun fact.
So we just harvested a whole bunch of greenery. Karen, could I see your hands? Do you find that you cry more when you make wreaths? Why?
I just feel sappy.
Does the cedar wreath look sad? Why? Because it might need to be spruced up.
Oh yes! We need to be spruced. Do you really like these, Ron?
Yeah?
I'm actually pining for more.
Oh.
You're just a girl. Such a sweet little girl. Such a sweet little girl.
Ooh, that really filled a chunk. Did you see that, Ron?
Yeah, it did.
That was a good one.
Really.
I like using these, but you know, maybe we'll branch out to other varieties of trees.
That's the fourth pun.
Right meow. You're quiet. What's going on? Oh yeah.
That really took up a lot of room. Nice.
Yeah, that was good. No. We're getting there.
Oh.
We're getting there though. We are getting there.
So what this teaches you is that making a wreath is very labor intensive. And you better really like the person you're making it for, because you're going to be spending half an hour doing it.
Right. I'd say it's pretty intense.
Oh. If someone says they're making a wreath for you, you are very high up on their list, or you should be concerned.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna have some.
You better go buy them a very nice gift. Because they spent a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you could do it in 5 minutes. You can't.
You want it to look good, you can't. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely true. Oh yeah, look at that bunch right there.
Now that's the last bunch, right?
Not quite. We're almost there though. We need to have them overlap pretty soon.
Cameron, they're getting
See?
tired. That's how much work is involved.
There we go. Getting there though. See some big bunches here. Big bits of bunches.
Whole bunch of fun.
Oh, there it is.
5 puns, 1 video. You think it's about wreaths? It's not.
Our excuses for more puns. There we go. Now, let's get one of these nice, beautiful little guys over here. Yeah, we'll get a nice fluffy one. Finishing it off right now. This should be about it. This might be our tie-in. Let's see if it does the trick. Yep, this might.
Good.
So we pull it out, right? Cut it nice and long. Cut it with the wire cutter. Wrap it around. Make sure you have it really good. Flip it over. You can see how much wire you actually are using. Do it right. And I'm just gonna wrap it around kind of like this. Tie it under. There you go. And then I'm just gonna go around and around and around my knot that I had just created here. Not that this is necessarily the right way to do it.
Not like it's necessary. Fun number 6.
I didn't even catch that one until you said it. Nice going, yo. And I'm just gonna keep wrapping around until I'm out of wire. And so then that should about do it. And then I'll just make myself a nice hanger too with it. Oh no, actually I don't have to, because yeah, this was actually made with a clothes hanger. The last one wasn't. There we go. Yeah, please pardon my lovely hands.
What's that?
You can always punt if you need to. Is that where you're going with that?
No, I really don't know what this is.
Oh, I'm just throwing a little bit more, little greenery in, if I can.
In like light spots, or?
Yeah, like where you can see this wire.
Oh.
And that's also where you're gonna